Why does it look like this government is afraid of Peter Obi?
This government is not afraid of Peter Obi.
You said Peter Obi is all criticism and not solution. If Peter Obi is wrong to ask President Tinubu to resign, where do you draw the line between legitimate political criticism and political grandstanding?
The same rights Peter Obi has to ask President Tinubu to resign is the same right the government has to respond to him, to say the president will not resign. There's no basis, there's no reason for the president to resign. The same right that the government has to educate him, to say you need to go back to school, because we run a presidential system. What we have there is a parliamentary system. We have elections every 4 years, not just for the president, for the senators, for the House of Reps. That's when you can go back as a citizen to say either you reward. So nobody's afraid of Peter Obi.
They say Peter Obi is a nightmare of this government.
It's not a nightmare. It's not a nightmare.
They say it's one person that this government fears in 2027.
Well, people say that because it suits them. Seun, let's break it down. Oh, of course, I have to walk the fine line here. Maybe before, Peter Obi was a threat. Right now, Peter Obi is no threat.
What do you mean?
Because we stand on solid ground of performance. We have been able to interrogate the problems of this country. Decisions are being taken, policies are being unfolded across the length and breadth of this country. We have a scorecard to show. Peter Obi is not a nightmare. Maybe you replace nightmare with a nuisance.
Easy.
Yes. Because you see some of his reactions, some of the things very pedantic. Sometimes you wonder. You've seen some of his interviews. Seun, we're journalists. Just sit down and listen to some of the things he says. They ask him a question, and it goes in a roundabout direction that does not make sense. Well, Peter Obi is not a nightmare. But when the right has to say something, it's the same right we can exercise to respond.
Does this government underestimate him?
I think this government is more focused about meeting the needs of the Nigerian people, about solving the problems, about making sure that the renewed agenda it has put forward.
But Mr. Dari, if you say that Peter Obi is not a nightmare to President Bola Tinubu, but this is the man that beat President Bola Tinubu in his home state of Lagos.
That was 2023. We're talking about 2026.
You don't think he can do it again?
No, it won't happen again.
Let me ask you.